So you have an endorsement that you need to edit, and it's not allowing you to edit it, saying that there are invoices attached to the payable and the receivable. This is how you would go about unwinding those payments and invoices so you can get back into the endorsement and get that edited as you need. The first step would be to go into the issue payment and into the invoices and remove those that are attached to that policy and that endorsement. So the first thing I'm going to do is do the issue payment. So I went to Documents, I went to Issue Payment. From there, I can see that on the endorsement that I'm looking for, which is the 717 transaction for $875, it says view receipt, so I know that I've already recorded a payment. I cannot delete this transaction until I have voided the payment. So this gray arrow right next to the edit button, that is an expand. So I hit to expand, and then I see my payment information. I can hit void. I'm going to need to put in a reason. It won't let me void without one. So I'm going to put need to edit endorsement. And then I'm going to hit void. The system will refresh. I can go back to my expand to check my work if I need to. It says it was voided. Now from here, I'm going to be able to delete the issue payment entirely from the system. Now the next step would be to go to Invoices and Receipts. And I'm going to do the same thing here for the invoice. So I see that I have recorded payment. I need to hit the gray arrow next to the Actions button, just to the left, so that I can expand and I can see that my payment. From there, I'm going to hit void. I have to put in a reason or it won't let me continue on. So I'm going to say need to edit endorsement. And then I'm going to hit void. The system refreshes. It still kind of looks the same. So if I want to double check, I hit that gray arrow again next to Actions. I'm able to see that I voided this payment. So then I can go ahead, and because I need to get rid of this invoice, I'm going to go ahead and delete it. Now there are no invoices or issue payments attached to either the receivable or the payable. So that will allow me to make those edits that I need. So then from there, I'm going to go to General, Endorsements, Fees and Taxes. I'm going to look for my endorsement. I can see that it's the 717 endorsement. I always want to edit from the initial base premium. That will bring in every line item attached to the endorsement. If I am beyond confused, I'm looking at this and I'm like, I just don't even know where to start. One of the things that you can do is just remove every item that was created by hitting Generate Transaction. If I have to add to the premium either with fees or taxes, I do delete all of the items and then go ahead in and add an additional fee or whatever the case may be. Now that I've got that all deleted, I can make my edit, whatever it is. Then I can go ahead and hit Generate Transaction. It's going to bring in the commission. It's going to bring in the agent commission. If I need to edit that manually, I can. And then it's going to bring in the receivable and the payable. But if you remember, my receivable was $2,300. And then and that included a $300 agency fee. Let me show you where I found that. The $300 agency fee. And so with that in mind, my down payment was $2,300. my payable, which is the information that we use to create what we pay our MGA, carrier or finance company, is going to be the receivable minus the agency fee. So in this case, that would make this payable $2,000. Then if you notice, I look down and I'm off. I'm off by $125. So what I need to do is I need to take a look at my finance agreement and see how much was financed. I changed the percentage to a dollar sign. I put in the financed amount. From there, I can see my checksum sanity is 0. I can go ahead and hit save. I can go to save and create invoices for receivables so I can recreate that new invoice. And when I do that, it actually brings me over to the policy, to the invoice with the policy and the receivable associated with the endorsement I was in already checked. So all I need to do is hit save. And then from there, I can record my payment. And I just put in the date it was received, who received it, and the method that it was received. And then I'll hit take payment. And I'm back where I started on the invoice side. But now I need to get back to where I started on the issue payment side because I have to show what I'm going to pay my MGA. So I'm going to go to issue payment. I'm going to go to add new. I'm going to select that I pay the MGA or the carrier in this case because there's just a carrier and not an MGA. I'm going to select my policy. That allows me to select my payable. And then if I retain my commission and then send the rest to the MGA, I'm going to net my commission. Then I can scroll down and I can hit add. And I've got my issue payment. Then I'm going to record the payment because I had that paid. And I'm going to put in the date that it was paid, who took it, the method. And then I'm going to hit take payment. And then I'm back to where I started after editing my endorsement, getting everything done I needed to on that end, and everything is recorded. I hope this helps. Please reach out if you have any additional questions.